Good morning. Hi. Welcome to Make With Me Monday. My name is Robin French Smith. It's Monday, so it's time to make something together. Also, sorry if you hear me like doing that. My mouth is like really dry the past 2 days, probably because our humidity is so low right now. And my body is not used to that. I am like a frog that you have taken from my little rainforest and you have now put me into the Mojave Desert. I don't know. I was like, it's not Mojave. I don't know. Anyway, Mojave Desert. And I'm dry. So my mouth is dry. So I had this lozenge thing. And I love them. It's like a mouth wetting thing. Anyway, hi Tanya. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here, but also that I'm seeing comments already. That's just like perfection. Okay, so today we're going to be using Master Batched Wonder Bar. I made this on December 31st, New Year's Eve. And I can just pull from this whenever I want to because master batching is like the smart kids way to do things. So we're going to pull from this and we're going to make frosting. And I have these are bath bombs. And I just used like a sphere mold and then turned the convex part of it upside down, so it's just the flat part. So I got these like perfectly flat little discs of bath bomb. And so we're gonna make them like little layer cakes. So there's me two, right? And then we'll do some piping around the sides and some piping on top maybe. And also I wish I had made some bath confetti sprinkles, but it's fine because I have these cosmetic sprinkles. I also made like a master batch a while back. These little purple heart sprinkles. I don't know if I'm gonna use them. These little orange ones. I don't know. I just pulled. Okay, so let's do this. Victoria says hi there. Oh, Victoria Soaps. Hi there. What's up? Okay, let us begin. And honestly, this is gonna be, I don't know, I feel like it's either gonna be really fast, or because I think it's gonna be really fast, it's gonna take forever. Like, I'm not sure which direction this is gonna go. Because with me, you're always in for some surprises, okay? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna turn my scale on, put my, see, this is the mold I use. Right, this is the sphere part, so instead I put the flat part in, right, and then I use the flat part of this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in my mixing bowl, turn my scale out, get some good. It's also like super quiet in here right now, which is a little disconcerting because I don't have my constant companion who is here with me at all times, watching over me, giving me guidance. My air conditioner, my little window unit, my best friend window unit. It's turned off. It's turned off right now because we're having unusually beautiful weather. It's 64 degrees in here without my AC on. It's like, so I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop because I know it's going to. All right, and I'm gonna weigh in grams, and also I'm gonna pull this little batch sheet over here so I can remember what I did. Okay, so I want to replicate it. I'm pretty sure these are going to be destashed. I'm pretty sure these are going to be destashed, and then these, I'm going to do this with Patreon, but we're going to put like little miniature bubble scoops in there. I'm pretty sure that I stated that the cakes were going to be destashed. So the reason that matters to me is if it's going to be destashed, I don't need to replicate it. So I'm not like quite as concerned about like, look, there's some piping in there from like a previous project where I didn't use all the piping. Yeah, so I don't have to be quite as like precise about it because I'm not going to try to replicate it. And we also sell it like really cheap because I just want to get rid of it. It's not something that fits within our normal line. So, okay, that's 860. A full batch of Wonder Bar is, no, that's 460. A full batch of Wonder Bar is like 800 grams. I need to make 8 little cakes. Yeah, I think I should pull a full batch's worth. More comments. Erica says, hey, what's up? Nectaria says, hey, what's up? Bailey says, hey, girl, hey, Bailey. I literally was just thinking about you yesterday. What are the odds? Sally says, hi. Karen says, hi. I love being able to see comments. It's so nice. And Nectaria says, somehow there is fraudulent activity on your credit cards. You had to get a new one. And now your Patreon is expired. Oh. Okay, yeah. Sign up again. Whenever you're ready. Man, my husband... Oh, I need rubbing alcohol. My husband had his personal card had like... It was like purchases from Nordstrom's at like 3 a.m. when we're like sitting there binging... I don't know, Squid Games or something. And so we're like, clearly that's not us, you know. I'm like, darling, are you sneaking around and you're secretly at Nordstrom's even though I see you sitting right here? Thousands of dollars. I want to say like 3,000, which is still thousands. When I say it like thousands, it makes it sound like 50,000 or something, but no. Just like 1 or 2 thousands. But this was before Christmas. Like, we needed that. So we got it fixed. And then literally a week later, it happened again, but on his car that we use for business. And, I don't know why I set this up like that. It was, like, so annoying. And at that point, I'm like, I assume, like, they must have, you know how they can, like, scan your wallet or whatever? Like, they can just be, like, next to you and scan it or something? Or is that real? Or is that, like, something that they do on TV that's not real? I don't know. Like, technology, I'm at the point where I don't know if technology is real or if it's not real. I don't know anymore. I see a video about something, I'm like, I don't know. Is it aliens or is it not? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so typically when I use Wonder Bar, it would probably take, I feel like the amount of rubbing alcohol I put in so far, it's fine, but it is taking a little bit longer just to even get wetted up, which means... or I'm assuming means, that it's responding to the fact that it's so dry in here. So I'm going to add a little bit extra glycerin to it. I'm going to add 8 extra grams of glycerin. This is going to help it get wetter. I don't want to add too much because I do live somewhere that is very humid, despite what my hygrometer says this morning. I do live somewhere that's humid, and if I add too much glycerin, the bars will kind of be sticky forever, and I won't be like able to get them like 100% dry, right? if you live somewhere that's dry and you're like, oh, I'm having to use way too much rubbing alcohol. Number one, I'm sorry that that's happening to you. Number two, some solutions could be, so like this one has, where'd you go? This one has, so it says at the top, Wonder Bar original formula with 2% bioturge. Okay. So like I have found that when I add bioturge to it, I don't need to add quite as much rubbing alcohol because yes, it gets wetted up very much faster, very bigly faster. Everybody says so. So yeah. And then the glycerin. So those are some little tiddly bits for you today. Okay. At this point, you may be thinking, that looks pretty good. It looks kind of like buttercream, right? That looks pretty good. And we haven't done this in a while, right? We haven't done this in a while, but if you know, say it with me. No, it doesn't look like frosting. It looks like mashed potatoes, and mashed potatoes, bad. Okay. Don't stop here. If you stop here, if your frosting looks like this and you stop here, then you're going to be on Facebook, you're going to be having a post about it, and you're going to be like, I tried so hard. Wonder Bar didn't do things for me that I wanted it to do. I almost broke my wrist trying to squeeze it out of the bag. What did I do wrong? You did mashed potatoes, darling. So we're not looking for mashed potatoes. Nectary says what? How much bioturge? So basically I take the original formula. Let's say my original formula yields 800 grams of mix. Then I say, okay, I'm going to add 2% of that 800 into it. That is my co-surfactant. And I have found that that's enough to just give it that little bit of an edge where it gets harder fast. It gets harder when I'm drying it faster, but it also gets wetted faster. Got you. Okay. So Nectaria said it with me, mashed potatoes bad. And then Jean said, do I replace something with the bioturge? No, so I just add it in addition to. If you were going to have to, like, if you needed it as a formula sheet because you needed to, like, have it batched out and have it, like, reconciled to, like, 100%, you would just have to, like, recalculate the percentages, which is not that hard, so. Okay. Here we are again. We're looking at this and we're thinking, maybe, but I'm going to say not quite. I mean, it is doing okay, right? It's just doing okay, but I want it to just slide through there. I want it to just go every time, kind of like it's doing right now, so maybe. I'm just gonna add just a little more, you know? Just a little more. And the thing is, of course you can add too much, but it's very hard to add too much, okay? You have to, like, be ignoring signs and wonders. You have to be ignoring them to add too much, or you have to be, like, just adding a specific amount of rubbing alcohol before you have your mixer on, because last time it took you 100 grams, and so this time you're like, oh, it's going to take 100 grams, and you just put 100 grams in there and not paying attention. You gotta, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take this piping bag. Oh no. Okay. I have the worst pair of scissors in the world in my workroom. And I thought for a second that that's I was left with that one pair of terrible scissors, but I wasn't. Everything's okay. Okay, so I don't know which piping tip I'm going to use. I have these, like, big tips, but I also have some of these, like, little tips. Oh my god, girl. Thank you. I'm just going to get it on my phone. Hold on. Okay. Whoops, my bad. Okay. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure which tip I'm going to use. So I'm going to have to make a decision, and I don't know. This is, this is the problem with being so organized, and you just trust that organized part, and it's not always nice to you. Okay, so one last time. Did you see that? That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay. I'm going to put a portion of this. I did not put any fragrance in this. Okay, that's fine though. That's what we're doing today. So I'm going to portion off a part of this and keep it white. And then I'm going to portion off, this is not it. Lord help me. I'm going to portion off some of it and keep it white. And then I'm going to portion off another part of it and make it pink, just in case that's what I want. And then if I decide it's not what I want, it doesn't matter. I'm stuck with it. No, because I'm going to use couplers, I'll be able to switch the tips if I need to. So just put the coupler in the bag, cut the little tip off. Put this little part. Beep. You have to be smarter than the coupler. It's like the first. Oh wait, yeah, you do have to be smarter than the coupler. You have to put then you put your tip. Okay, then you do this. Yes. We're doing it. Okay. It's all coming back to me now. I remember. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. I think I may have made a terrible choice when it comes to that. Okay. And I'm just going to take a visual half of it because I can always, like, squash this out into the bowl if I decide I want more of the pink ones we're about to make, but I can't like uncolor it if it's colored once it's colored. You can just scoot. Oh no, you can't scoot over. I'm sorry. I was gaslighting her and she's like, okay, we got our white right there. Okay, we got our white right there. Then I'm going to add some to this. Oh, but we're going to get this mixing. We're going to add some lake colorant to it. Lake. And I used this color blend that I was testing out. I used that on those little cakes. So I'm going to use that on this as well. And I think I'm just going to use more than what I used. I want my frosting, the pink part of the frosting, to be a little darker than the cakes themselves. I think that's good. Wait, maybe just like one more. Let's give it a little like scrapey. Isn't that a good color though? It's like not a it's not like a standard just like plain pink. It has like a little bit of like, I don't know, it's like almost like a salmon color. I like it. It's like this is what I look like when I get sunburned. This is the color of me sunburned. Okay. And I'm going to just scrape the sides because we got all this part that's like not incorporated. See? And I'm going to scrape the sides. Give another little mix. And then we're going to be good to go. Actually, I'm just going to do this. That's fine. That's fine. Look at that. Okay. Things are going perfectly. We're doing great. I don't know what the time is. Oh, we're doing so good. Okay, cut that little tip. Put my piping tip on. When I decide what tips I'm using, I will inform you, because I know people are going to ask what tips. Not sure yet. Open star tips. I can confidently say open star tips are going to make, oh my gosh, they're going to make the prettiest, in my opinion, borders and rosettes and just stuff like that. So, open star tips. Open round tips, on the other hand, will make some of the ugliest anything that you have ever piped. And if you're like a first, so like, this is my first time, I'm going to pipe something, I'm going to use this tip, and like, you're hurting yourself. You're going to be like, you're going to be all in your feelings about it later, because you're going to be like, I'm not amazing because I wasn't able to make this terrible piping tip work great for me, but it's because you didn't know that it was terrible, kind of thing. Anyway, I want to keep this, I have some extra of this. I want to just keep it like in a bag while I'm working, so that it doesn't dry out. And then that way, if I need more, I can easily use it. Now, I usually do add fragrance to this. I just forgot. So, like, if you were master batching it and added fragrance, you would say, I did 800 grams of mix. I want to use my fragrance oil at 1%. And then you would say, what is 1% of 800, right? Or you could say, I want to use it at 2%, right? So that it's pretty easy to add your fragrance. And I'll put a link about how to master batch. I'll put that. Master batch. Don't F with me, Facebook. Sorry, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at the little bots that create the auto-generated text. Any Make With Me Monday, when I use master batched stuff, it doesn't put the word master batched when I'm reading the subtitles later. It puts another word there. That helps you get wetted up. Anyway, I'm just asking Facebook for once to please not do that to me. Okay, so I have these little cardboard coasters. I originally had some like cute doilies picked out, and let's put the doily on top of the coaster. And they were going to be piped. They're going to be here the next day or 2 days or whatever. And now they're going to be here January 24th. So I went ahead and canceled them this morning because, like, why? So I'm going to do, like, just a little dollop right there. And then I'm going to do my little cake bottom. And stick it on. That way it's not going nowhere. Bloop. I had so much trust in that. I didn't even doubt it. Okay. So now it's stuck on there. It's not going anywhere. And then that will make it easier for me to add stuff to it. I'm going to tilt this down so you can see the mess a little better. Okay. And then I'm just going to do like a thin, right? We want the icing on the inside of the cake. Maybe. I'm not going to judge it too early. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's going to be okay. And then I'm going to add, oh, it's too big. Way too big. All right, darling. Sorry. Go there. Okay, so that confirms that we're doing smaller tips. Okay. But fortunately, I do have a smaller tip for it. Actually, it's, okay. Fortunately, I do have a smaller tip. Nectarina says, what other word is that? I don't know. I can't tell you. I get in trouble. There's children watching. How dare I? Okay. So now I have a smaller tip in there. And let's take a look at what that does for it. This cake on top now. Oh, much better. Much more cake-like. If you have a Lazy Susan, that would probably make this whole process right here that I'm doing easier. And more consistent. This is why I destash this stuff though, because sometimes it's like, usually it is cute on the screen, but like sometimes it's like a butterface. Like once you get close to it, you're like, oh, okay. So, because like sometimes in a live, you know, you just like you make wild decisions. I don't know about you. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I've done that. So, and then okay, so we did that. We did like a spiral around the top. Let's do some shells around the bottom. I want it to really look like a Leia cake. It's definitely looks just like a cake. Things are going well. Things are going perfectly. I don't know. Okay, here's the deal. This is like very wide on the bottom now. I just kind of called it in on that last little line. This is very wide on the bottom, and I feel like it's adding, like it is cute from the side, but like from the top is adding too much. So I might try not doing that, doing something else. I might try. Okay. And then we have this dark pink here, which I made a bunch of and failed to use. So let's make some little rosettes on the top. And before you ask me, because I know you're going to ask me, how do I plan on packaging this? I'm going to shrink wrap the whole dang thing, okay? I'm going to shrink wrap the whole dang thing. I don't think that it needs sprinkles. I just don't think that it needs sprinkles. I think that's good. I think this is cute. Let's do that again. The other good thing about destashing, like when I'm doing these projects, is like if they don't all match, it's also okay. Like it's okay if they don't match. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Am I right? Can I get an amen? Okay. It's centered on my little cake board. Amy says, you're dying. Another adult with a 12-year-old boy in the locker room sense of humor. Yeah, I mean, actually, like my son, my youngest son in particular, I'm not gonna say he's a prude because that sounds, wrong. But he's like, oh, don't say that, don't do that. Like, mom, just say, yeah. And I'm like, dude, chill out. I'm an adult. I earned the right to be stupid. Like, I can do what I want. I work for myself. I make my own hours. Okay, so now this time, I'm doing another little base on the bottom. This time we're doing it with the pink. And this would definitely be easier with like a cookie turntable. Oh, you bitch. Or a Lazy Susan, which like, I'm sorry, Susan. Why? I bet that was like a challenge growing up. Okay. Very cute. Very monotone though. So, on the top, let's then do something a little different. We'll do squash things. My sister is a professional baker. She would die if I was like, we're gonna pipe it and make it look like squished. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Okay, and then in the middle here for this one, let's do a big rosette. And I think that that's pretty good. I'm not sure how I feel about the stuff on the bottom. I just don't know if it's right, you know? Let me see if I have a smaller, an even smaller open star tip. Hey, I do have I have the world's smallest, biggest. It's big, but it has a teeny tiny. Y'all, it's way too close to Valentine's Day. Okay, I just can't I gotta pull it together. Okay, but the jokes are just the jokes are making themselves. Okay, I'm sorry. I do try to keep it clean on this. We do have an After Dark group. If you ever want to see how insane I can sometimes be. Which reminds me, speaking of After Dark, I do have a set of After Dark bath bombs that was requested of me by my very good friend Tyler before Christmas that I have yet to do. And he actually he forced me to take $40 for it to be now I've paid you. So, and I do still need to do that. So I'm wondering, maybe I'll do that for the After Dark group. Okay, this time we're just doing squashed stars right on it. I want it to work. I don't want it to spread out so big though. It's I don't want it to be the Chernobyl elephant foot on my coaster, just melting away. Okay. I think that this is looking very good. I think that looks, well, let me show you a side that looks good. There we go. I think that looks very good, maybe. Okay. I guess then let's do, I think I'm having no. That's not what is supposed to happen. Hold on. Why would you do that to me? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's put you back. Don't go anywhere this time, dude. That was close. That was a close call. Nectaria says there's a cake decorator place in your closet, and they have cake decorating classes. So you want to take one? That I would so highly suggest it. I did 1 year for Christmas. My sister and I made a crap ton of cookies and gingerbread crafts together, and honestly, it was a mini boot camp for how to pipe things, because I learned so much just from being around somebody who because, okay, you know how, I'm not trying to brag here, but I'm just about to say it, but you know how sometimes you're watching Make With Me Monday, and I just casually throw something out, I can't even think of, where I'm yeah, and then you could do this with it, and I casually throw that out, and yet it's mind-blowing for you because you didn't know that you could do that, and you're I've just changed your entire life, and you had no clue I was about to do that. That's how I felt spending time with somebody who does this all the time, because there's little things that have just become habit to her that I was oh, that's so good. So I learned a ton of stuff. So I highly suggest taking professional, those courses types of things whenever possible. This one's my best one yet. Ignore that. Okay, hold on. This one's my best one yet. I love it. Erica says, what's the After Dark group? It's called Bath Bombs After Dark. You can see what I'm up to. I mean, there we have a bunch of other people who post After Dark stuff too, so it's just kind of a fun place, you know, if you're like, okay, I'm gonna be a little wild. Or if you have like some that looks so good. Or if you have somebody who's like, I don't know, they're gonna have a bachelorette party and they're like looking for kind of just more risque stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I think I'm gonna make, what time is it? Oh, we're good. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna make 2 more, and then I'll do the rest off camera, maybe. No, nothing. There's nothing against you. I'm not saying it because I don't like you. I'm just saying it because I respect your time, and there's only so much more. Are you okay? What is going on? This thing just like farted at me. Like, and it was like, it goes. There's like a little air bubble here behind my hand, but like, what? Okay, there's only so much more I can give you about this topic. Although, you know, I know some of you are here for the master batched and After Dark and humor. Some of you are actually here to learn. I'm sorry. Maybe we should put a disclaimer like you may not learn very much, but you'll have fun. Okay. I'm doing it. This is a little trick though, because I'm using more of this white than I expected. This is a little trick that I've seen bakers do, where you do, I want the inside icing to look white because I do like the way that contrasts better. But then I fill it with this because I have extra of this. And then when I go like this, you can't even tell. Nobody's gonna know. And if you're sitting there asking me, how would you use this? Great question. You could use this. If it was me, I would put the whole bath bomb under the running water because there's so much bubble frosting on it. I would just take the whole bath bomb and put it under the running water, and it'll, you know, make some bubbles. It's not going to make like a full bath's worth of bubble bath because there's not that much frosting on it, but that would be enough, and there's surfactant in the bath bomb, so you get like some bubbles. And then after that, I would drop it in a tub. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, little tip. Let's see what you got. I'm going to do rosettes all the way around on this one. If you are having trouble getting your icing to stick to Wonder Bar, then I first am going to ask if you sprayed the bath bomb with rubbing alcohol before adding your Wonder Bar, because that can make a huge difference as to whether or not your Wonder Bar sticks. Then the other question, I could do like a little, ooh, look at me. The second question I'm going to ask is, was your Wonder Bar wetted enough? Was it? Because if your Wonder Bar is not wetted enough, it doesn't have like the wetness of Wonder Bars, what's partially going to help this stick. It doesn't look like that good on your screens. In real life, well, it probably doesn't look that good either now that I think about it, but it's not bad. If I had chosen, instead of to put a ginormous tip in here for no good reason, trust your trust your instincts, like, because I knew, but then I was like, well, maybe. If I had done if I had done it with this, it would be different. I don't even know what my point was, but it would be different. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that. So yeah, that's gonna let you know how wet was your wonder bar. It's gonna help it stick. The other thing we're looking at here is look how those ruffles, look, it may not be the prettiest little cake in the world, but look how all the ruffly edges of the piping are perfectly smooth. There's no I said ruffly edges, but there is no ruffling. It's not at any point is it breaking that little edge as it goes around. Because it's really important. Okay, that's what tells me, if I'm getting not ruffled edge, or it's ruffled. How do you describe this? It is ruffled, but that's not the kind of ruffle I'm talking about. Anyway, if you're getting jagged, how about jagged? Okay, jagged edges on your ruffles, then that's when you need to adjust something. Okay. I'm you know what? I think it's cute that none of them match. Saved it. There we go. I saved it. Victoria says what it's close to the I you know what it is? Our Valentine's set. I just finished making those bath bombs last night. So I've been making, for Patreon, we made bra and panties. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a bathing suit. Got it from Morgan's Corner. Shout out. It's such a good mold. But I made bra and panties on Patreon last week, I believe. And then this week I made boxers. I made handcuffs. I made a little love lock, a love heart lock. It's not I'm not doing a straight bag of dicks or anything this year, but I am getting a little bit risque with it this year. Just because I can and because it's fun. I don't know why I'm doing this little thing around the thing. I don't know if that's going to make it look better. Just some of them you can't see the middle part, and I kind of want you to be able to, because I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty. We're going to do that. Angie says, joined late. What are the trays these are on? This is just a cardboard coaster. Did I have something on me the whole time? This is just a cardboard coaster that I got off of Amazon. I have round ones and I have square ones. A lot of times I use them if I'm I used to use these to dry my bath bombs on. But also I'll use the square ones if I had more fragile bath bombs that might break, the bathing suit I was talking about. Or if I have the square one I also use for bath crayons. So it's just a coaster though. It's just a coaster. Okay. So let's do just squashed. Honestly, I do love French piping tips. I'm kind of a look how pretty French piping tips are, aren't they? Oh my god. They make such pretty drop stars. What? Okay. And then let's do this. I don't know why I feel the need to make them all different now. But I do think it's kind of cute that they're all different. Yeah. Okay. So it's 1:45. You get the idea, right? You get the gist of it. I'll do the rest of these off camera. Because I respect your time. Okay, one thing that you do have to be aware of that might happen with the cardboard. Let me show you. It's happening right now. Sorry. Do you see this little ring of moisture in this area? Jeez. In this area, there's like an area where it's darker. That's not the shadow of it. Right there. That's not the shadow of it. It is the moisture from Wonder Bar on these little cardboard things, which is why originally I plan on putting them on little doilies, right? I plan on putting them on little doilies first and then putting them on here. So it would still have like that ring of moisture on the doily, but I feel like it would have been less noticeable. Maybe, maybe. But yeah, that is something to take into consideration. You could get one, I don't know if you could get ones that are waxed, but you could try that. You could put just like, if you did the square ones, it might be hard with the round ones, but if you did the square ones, you could put like a piece of foil or something else over this if you're concerned about the moisture, but it's not that big a deal. It may stain it a little bit. Do I care? No. Is your customer gonna care? No. Your customer is gonna be like, oh my god, it's pink. I do everything. She's gonna be like this. Hold on, I got this. She's like, I do everything pink. Everything in my life is pink. And she's gonna open up her phone, and she's gonna go to your little website, and she's gonna buy it. Or she's gonna buy it at a farmer's market because it's pink. So people aren't gonna care about the little mistakes, okay? Okay. You got this. It's fine. It's fine. You can do it. Okay. Nectray says, I've seen others package something like this, but they use pattern wax. Yeah, wax paper would probably be a good idea. You could get like a big hole puncher. You know, those big hole punch. Well, you know, like a 2 or 3 inch hole puncher, and then you could punch it like that, make it easier. Yeah, that's it though. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will drop links in the description for where I got everything, like my shirt, where I got the little things, I'll put all that in the details. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and as always, happy making.